Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. So wanted to come to you today and show you the two different tripods that I'm going to be running this season. One you guys have seen before, and actually if you just watched the Tennessee Youth Weekend Hunt video that I just posted over on the channel, I think it was a couple of days ago, go watch that. You'll actually see this tripod in use. This is the BOG DeathGrip original tripod. But I was in Cabela's a little while back. I had, 3, 4, 5 gift cards that I've been saving up over time, planning on putting them towards something, just didn't know what, right? So of course I was in there kind of meandering around the store, mostly looking at reloading stuff, used firearms, different things like that. And I came across this guy. I didn't know BOG had come out with a lightweight version of the DeathGrip tripod, and that's what this is. This is the BOG DeathGrip Bantam. Okay, now two key differences between the original and the Bantam. All right, first is the weight. That's heavy, that ain't, right? Pretty straightforward. But I actually broke out the kitchen scale. We're gonna weigh them here in 2 seconds just so you guys can see. 1, 2, not literally 2 seconds, but you know what I mean. Gonna get weight on those, but there is a massive difference between the two. And the second key difference is in the adjustability between the two. The original DeathGrip, you could use that sitting on the ground, which is what we did over the weekend. I hunt, use my Millennium tree seat a lot during gun season. I just like to sit at the base of a tree and hunt that way. And the tripod, this DeathGrip, has been great to do that. Just sit at the base of a tree, and that provides me a rock solid support for my firearm. It adds to the confidence value that you have when you go into the woods, knowing that, hey, I'm gonna make a good shot on something because I have a pretty stable support, right? Especially if you're taking a kid hunting or a new shooter or a new hunter or whatever the case may be. If you have the ability to set the firearm up in a tripod like this that can provide that additional support, it makes a world of difference, okay, in the confidence level of the shot. So I use that. I've used it now for a couple of seasons. Let's see, I got some mud on it here, whatever. I used this tripod actually over in Texas when I went hog hunting in Texas. You guys can go check out those videos as well. This is what allowed me to make a roughly 275-yard shot on a pig across a field. I was hundreds of yards away from a group of pigs that came out on the field that I was glassing, and of course they had no idea I was there. So I was able I took my gun off the tripod, went ahead, grabbed this, moved as far as I thought I could reasonably, and not get too close or cause an issue where they might see me or whatever. And I was able to get within 275 yards of the pigs, set the tripod up, put my gun back in the tripod, fired a shot, dead pig. Right, showed a video of that, posted a video of that, so you guys can go check that out if you'd like. But one of the things, so I just talked about how awesome these things are. The big downside is how much this thing weighs, okay? This is the original, and it ain't light. So let's go to the scale, right? New year, new you, resolution. That's basically how you want to think about these two different offerings from BOG, right? Original and Ozempic. Original, Ozempic. I'll leave it at that. So we've got our kitchen scale set up here. What are we running? Let me make sure I'm not propped up on anything. 8 pounds, 8.4 ounces. So 8.5 pounds is what you're toting into the woods when you're taking the original, okay? So that's the original. Now let's go with the Bantam. 3 pounds, 3.2 ounces. massive difference. 5 pounds, 5 ounce difference between the two. Now, you know, you can just look at these and kind of tell, yeah, there's going to be a big weight difference between the two. Basically, all of the features between the two, right? The Bantam is smaller. The head that actually holds the firearm in place is smaller. The tube diameter of the legs, much smaller. Also, the adjustability of the height. Okay, that's really the key difference between the two. Not only the weight, but the adjustability. You're limited on the Bantam. Okay, this only goes from, in this position here, this is the shortest configuration, 20 inches up to 42 inches is what they list on the box here. Yep, there you go. Shooting height adjustment, 20 to 42 inches. So that's your key difference, okay, between the two. Not only the weight, obviously you guys just saw the massive weight difference between the two. But if you're someone who you really need to be able to shoot standing up, then you're gonna wanna look at something like the original, or go buy you some super high speed, low drag, SpaceX, Space Shuttle, Lieutenant Dan, Magic Legs tripod, right? Like, I'm sure there's tripods now that have insane materials that are being used, that they're lightweight and you can adjust them all the way up to be able to shoot off a ladder. I don't care, whatever. If you got the money to spend on that, you're probably not watching my channel. I can tell you that right now. But this DeathGrip is great. I've used it in the seated and standing position. No issues with it whatsoever. I do like how the legs, they can sort of fan out at 3 different preset angles. On the original, you just click this over to whichever one you want. Really, really handy there. Yeah, 20, 45, and 85. So, and then on top of that, you've got the adjustability of the legs and the robustness of the locking mechanism for the legs. It's not the same with the Bantam, okay? You just have to keep that in mind, that obviously they can't pack in all these nice, robust features on something that they're trying to shave as much weight as possible. So on these, the legs, there's a twist lock mechanism to it, so it's not the same as the original. But again, for what I'm trying to do, I hunt public land a lot. I'm sitting at the base of a tree a lot, using my Millennium tree seat. This is gonna be my new go-to tripod. Now, if I go somewhere and I have the ability to get set up in a shooting house or something like that, you know, and I know the distance that I'm traveling to the spot that I want to hunt is not that far. I don't have to walk that far. That's basically what happened in Tennessee. The distance from where I parked to where we were set up to hunt was like 100 yards. I don't mind carrying 5 extra pounds if I'm only walking 100 yards. It's all good. It's not a problem. But for me, if I'm just going off to hunt public land, I'm taking my tree seat, I'm trying to be as light as possible, but I do want to have that confidence factor of having my gun situated in a tripod where I think I'm gonna have the best chance, give myself the best chance to make a successful shot, then I'm definitely hauling the Bantam. So, haven't taken this out in the woods yet. I literally just took it out of the box to do this video. So, I wanna get some use on this thing before I come back and kind of give you guys like some final thoughts on it. This one's a no-brainer to me. I absolutely love this tripod. I have nothing bad to say about it, other than the weight, but it's not even really a negative, in my opinion. So I think the Bantam is gonna supplement my tripod setup pretty well. I think this is gonna get the job done. But again, I wanna go out in the field, use it before I come back and say, yes, 100%, this thing is awesome. That one is awesome. This one, I don't know. We'll see. So that's it. I'm gonna leave it there, keep it under 10 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time. Y'all have a good one.